Hello to you, my esteemed friends and colleagues. Today I'll be talking about the Resideo ProSeries wireless heat sensor. I'll be doing a teardown showing the disassembly. I'll be talking about the design, hardware, and construction, my thoughts on it, system components inside of it. Disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only. I happen to have this piece of hardware. I found it on the side of the road on El Camino Real. It is on the way to the landfill. Let's talk about it. Taking it apart, we see lots of parts here. Plastic parts, two CR123 batteries for 6 volts. This circuit board, adapter board, pull tab for the batteries. I guess these are for making the sound louder, because this is an alarm. I imagine it's really loud. This I thought was absolutely hilarious. These two holes here for 0.1 inch headers. It's like, this part is just absolutely beautiful to me. Just so sharp and defined. And to put that much attention to detail, and the actual thing that matters is just these two holes. Like they're actually even square holes to fit these square pins here. Just wow. But industrial design or mechanical engineering is not my wheelhouse. But suffice to say, the tools, injection mold tools for these, at least a good million. So this thing must be really good at detecting that it's hot. Moving on, I believe the sensor element is a thermistor here. So this extra board, like look at this. Like, you cannot buy this as far as I know. This long shaft. There's two shroudings on it, 2 pins. I wish I could buy this, because that would allow me to create so many different designs. And here in the manual, it's like all this beautiful, precise design is to me, it's just so hilarious. A blow dryer, it says heat, and also funny is that this is the English/French manual, I guess. So it kind of feels like an American won't read it because it all looks French. It's just so over the top. Like, le fonctionnement du produit doit être vérifié au moins une fois par année. Like, check it once a year. Like, blow hot air into the sensor area. Like, projeter l'air chaud dans la zone captée. Like it's some like important thing. Like, no, it's just a piece of plastic that it gets hot. Like when you're in Las Vegas in the summer, or like Florida where it's really humid. Like, is this shape and design gonna cover all those cases? Anyway, really, I'm just jealous that I wish that I could just call Amphenol or Molex or whatever and just order that header. Right, the sensor board thermistor goes into it. So here's the piezo. It has 3 terminals. I've seen them with 2. I guess this is a 3-pin, 3-terminal one. This slider switch looks just really like old. Like, you don't see that in newer products. Really seems like this was made in the late 90s or 2000s. We see a lot of unpopulated footprints. So this to me indicates that this is a board that was used over a long period of time to support many different products or product variants. For example, this is a newer sensor, but a long time ago, before we had the internet and wireless stuff, everything was wired. So and you can kind of see like how big these test points or holes or vias or whatever they are. Here we see these plus and minus contacts. So it kind of seems like this board outline or shape is a legacy design or intellectual property that's been and reused over time. Also note the battery terminal is a board mount. Interesting choice. I've seen many products that actually have wiring, what do you call it, jumper wiring from the battery terminals to the board. So free wires. Okay, moving on. Oh yeah, there's a lot of holes here. This is another indication that this could be a legacy design. Lots of holes, but I did not see there are no screws in this product. So that's good, I guess. They say in the design world that screws are bad, so not having screws is an indication of good design. So I'm told. Let's move on here. Right, so this is the other board. Like I say, IoT at its finest, and I mean that sincerely. Is that really the IoT Internet of Things is all about retrofitting. One of my heroes, Jack Gansel, says is that like things have always been connected to the internet. That IoT is not a new thing; it's just a marketing buzzword. Really, what it means is connecting things to the internet that previously were not. So anyway, we have this two-part antenna. I'm not really an RF guy, but yeah, interesting antenna shape. And I have to say, I like that choice to do the 2x5 pin 0.1 inch header. You totally could have made it like some wacky Molex connector or a flexible like ribbon cable that's just impossible to work with and or debug or test or whatever. So to me, the choice of the zero point 0.1 inch pitch means that this is intention. The intention of this is to be a module that is reused and testable, and it's a thing of itself. And there's plenty of board real estate to have this header footprint, so I like that. And we'll see in other teardowns of the other Resideo products I have if they share that same design. Right, integrated circuits. Okay, this I need to stop right here, prepare more. But yeah, the three parts here. There's a PIC 16 microcontroller, very old, 90s, 2000s, and then there's this NXP, Zigbee. Like, everybody seems to say Zigbee, but I highly doubt that it's actually using the Zigbee protocol. It's got a Skyworks RF front end, and one thing I noticed about this NXP part, it says 32-bit RISC architecture, but it never says ARM. So if it's not ARM, but it's like trying to be ARM, but it's not. Well, like what's the point of that? And it just seems like yeah, it's just trying to discourage people. Like maybe it is ARM, but like anyway, but just trying to take away common tools from people, so nobody tries to, like me, tries to do any funny business, like say, oh, JTAG ARM, like let me try to control it. Yeah, PIC 16. This is clearly the same design for several decades, and one saying I like to say is, if it ain't broke, don't break it. So that's clearly what's happening there. And in conclusion, that this has been a teardown of the Resideo ProSeries wireless heat sensor. Hope you enjoyed that, and I wish you best of luck.